Hey, it's Mike McGroarty from Mike'sBackyardNursery.com. Today, I'm going to show you, I call this the amazing multiplication effect, and I'll show you the art of healing in plants, because that comes up often. I bought this box of plants. Actually, I bought these from a customer of mine. This is somebody who had bought my backyard growing system, really didn't know a great deal about growing plants, and in no time flat, I mean, she is probably one of the most popular sellers on the Backyard Growers Board. So I ordered this big box of plants from her. She shipped them to me in the middle of summer, and amazingly, they got here in really good shape. I have left them in the box too long because I had a million other things going. So today, I'm going to get them unpacked, and I'm going to heal them in because I don't really have a place to, I'm not ready for the bed to put them out. You know, we're working away on this nursery over here, but this is what I call, this is what the most amazing thing about this business is. I bought all these plants. I paid somewhere between right around $1.40, $1.60 for them, if I remember correctly. Now, I mean, that's a heck of a plant for $1.50. This is a shamrock holly, but this is the amazing multiplication effect. Now, first thing is, you're going to buy this plant for $1.50, put it in your landscape or put it in a bed, and then you're going to start taking cuttings off of it. And this plant will easily sell for $4.97 all the way up to $15 or $20, depending on whether you're going to sell it retail or you sell it to a landscape trade, to, you know, who you want to sell it to. But you buy this plant one time and start taking cuttings from it, plant those cuttings in the bed, start taking cuttings from those cuttings. I mean, even a rooted cutting this size right here, you can get 2 or 3 cuttings off of it. And that's what all of our growers do, all of our backyard growing members. That's what they do, and that's the amazing multiplication effect. What other business would you get inventory that easily, where you spend $1.50 and then multiply that? Let's say you can get 10 cuttings off of this plant and 10 cuttings off of each of those plants is 100, and then 10 cuttings off of that is 1,000, then 10,000. It's just absolutely amazing. So that's what's the miracle of this business. Now, when you buy a box of plants like this, you want these things to fill out. So when I plant them in the bed, I'm literally going to aggressively prune them like that, because now that plant is going to fill out. I'm going to get all kinds of new growth down here, and that plant will get fuller rather than tall and lanky, because you can see some of these are tall and lanky, and that's not what, not really what you want. So I would trim it like that and then plant it out, and in a couple of years you'll be completely amazed. Same with this. This is a Java Red Weigelia, an incredibly popular seller because it flowers with this little tiny pink flower. People love them. You can get tons of cuttings from this. So that's the amazing thing of this business. You buy the plant one time and you can take cuttings from it over and over and over. You never want to buy patented plants, because that's a whole different world, and I teach my backyard growers, forget about patented plants. There are just way too many plants that you're allowed to do that you don't, so you don't want to fool around with patented plants or registered trademarks. We're all about taking the old stuff, the beautiful old plants, and keeping those in the market, because that's what people are asking for. Usually if there's a patented plant, there's one that's not patented that is just as nice and looks just like it. So, but anyway, now I'm going to show you how to heal these in if you need to put them somewhere temporary. Let's take a look at that. All right, now a lot of times people say, and I tell them to heal their plants in, until they're ready to pot them or to do something with them. They're like, Mike, I don't know what you mean by that. So these are the magnolia, and I've taken them out of their pots. Most of the soil fell off of a couple of them. That's not going to matter. And when I heal them in, I just put them in a trench just like this. You can see I dug a little trench. You don't want them too deep. You only want about an inch of soil over the roots. And then I put them, soil root ball to root ball in this trench, because the whole idea here is to conserve space, because I've got a lot of them to do. So I'll get them healed in like that, put a little bit of soil over top of them, and then when I get them all in there, I water them in good. Now, these are going to probably be in here for, I would guess, at least a month before we have time to actually get them moved into a more permanent location. Is this the ideal place? No, it's not the ideal place. They're going to get some sun. They're not going to get a lot of sun. But I'll buy Japanese maples in the fall and heal them in like this for the winter. And just like that, pot to pot, little tiny Japanese maple seedlings or whatever I'm buying. And you can see it's a pretty quick process. You don't have to, there's no real science to it. But plants are always, I want the tag out so I can find that when I want it. Plants are always happier in the ground than they are in a container or anywhere else. So I'll get them all healed in like this, and then I'll put some water on them. And I already cut the tops off. Now, here I'm a little bit closer to that building than I'd really like to be, but we've got a walkway through here, and I'm going to leave this walkway open. We got so much going on in this property right now. I really don't want to stick them out in the middle of somewhere they're going to get run over with a tractor as we're clearing and stuff. So this is the place where they're going to spend a couple of months until we're ready to get them into a bed. But basically, that's the process of healing in. You just put it in there as tight as you can get it, put about an inch of soil over top of the root ball, keep them watered, and they'll be perfectly happy. I'm Mike McGroarty from Mike'sBackyardNursery.com.